Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and we're back yet again for another Jakks-specific SEGA All-Stars video. Today, very excited. I finally completed this kind of Wave 2 / Wave 3 outing. They've been very hard to come by, at least in the United States. Seemingly Canada got all of these. But if you wanted at least, we'll say, Gillius, Thunderhead, and Joe Musashi, they're on the Walmart app now. All of these were $10. Where Dragon and Rue, couple months ago they were on the Walmart app, so I've had these for quite some time. But yeah, for $10 each, if you can get them still, they're pretty awesome figures. So we'll kick it off with the Were Dragon. This is from the classic Sega Genesis video game, Altered Beast. All of these are Walmart exclusive, just as a heads up. This is the Sega All-Stars line, like I said. So all your classic video games from Sega brought back to life. 29 points of articulation. Sure, why not? Here's the barcode for the Were Dragon. Then we have, from the Revenge of Shinobi, we have Joe Musashi. I love that old video game artwork. And Joe himself, he's looking pretty darn stellar. Much like the Were Dragon, articulation up the wazoo. He's got 28 PO8s with his Oborozuki sword. I'm glad that's on the box, because I would not have known that. From, and this is actually really cool, Golden Axe, we have Gillius Thunderhead, or as I like to call him, Old Man Link. He looks awesome. He comes with a giant axe, just like Lord of the Rings, my axe. He's got 24 points of articulation, and here's the barcode for him. And then to round out this little All-Stars collection, we have Rue. This is one, even though I played Streets of Rage, never knew about this character until much later. He was kind of an unlockable kind of thing, but it's a big old fighting kangaroo, like a killaroo kind of thing. 24 POA for him, comes with his punch explosion, and here's the barcode for Rue. So like I said, these have been really hard to come by in stores, seemingly the first wave with Altered Beast and Super Monkey Ball and all of that. Those have been clogging the pegs for quite some time. They're still there at my Walmart. I'm sure they're still at yours. But like I said, I'll put links down in the description below for at least 2 of these. The other ones were clearance long ago, so you're probably not going to be able to get them unless you get them on aftermarket situations and everything else. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at 4 brand new character figures for the Jakks-specific Sega All-Stars line. Joe Musashi, Rue, Gillius Thunderhead, and the Were Dragon. Here we go. And right before we get started, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who continues to watch my YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Why? Well, we have old toys, new toys, daily news updates. Guarantee you'll find something here that you'll like some old school video game action. And with that being said, here are all 4 characters out of their packaging, $10 each. You may have been able to get lucky and get them for even lower on the Walmart app, but $10. I'm good with these. With Rue, you get his energy punch effects. If I'm being honest, while it's effective, it does kind of come across as a cheerleading pom-pom. But again, for $10, that's my only gripe with this. Rue himself, yes, tons of articulation, fantastic paint, a much better improvement over some of their Super Mario offerings. Now, I'm not going to rag on those. Those are great figures, but sometimes the paint is lackluster. On Rue, though, yeah, he is solid, from his boxing gloves to the chain around his neck that's even got some black paint going on. The face is great. He's got a little bit of a wash, plenty of articulation in the head, the arms. He's got some little butterfly joint action so you can really nail those punches. He's got bicep. All of these characters have double jointed elbows. Whether or not it double joints, as you would say, like a Marvel Legends or something like that, it's there. So at least it's got plenty of articulation, especially in the abs. We'll say nothing at the waist, but then you can utilize that articulation. The legs will kick out to a certain degree. He will spin, we'll say, at the thigh. He's got some kangaroo articulation going on. And then the legs will only articulate oh so much. So just as FYI, it only goes so far. Nothing at the bandages, but he's got his big ol' kangaroo chicken feet going on, and those have ankle rock and peg holes on the bottom. Plenty of articulation for a kangaroo character, along with a tail. You'll be able to rotate that, move it up and down, and then the tip of the tail has a segment as well. So that will aid in sort of standing him in some positions. So that's cool. It's all well thought out. It articulates well. The paint is great. It's an old school character that I definitely was not asking for, but so happy to have in action figure form. And like I said, with the boxing glove punch, it simply just fits right over either of his hands. And there you go. You can knock some blocks off all day long. This is fantastic, Jakks Pacific. I'm blown away. For $10, this is a knockout. Well done. Moving on to Gillius Thunderhead from the Golden Axe franchise. So it's not a golden axe, but you got a gray axe. It has some nice texture to it. There's no paint, but I will tell you this. While it's really well designed, go very easy with the handle. That's the only part that makes me nervous. It's a little bit thin. It's a very long, thin piece. But then you got Gillius. Fantastic. He's the shortest of these four figures. He's got plenty of articulation. He's got some great looking paint on him, some horns, everything. Totally reminds me, in a weird way, of that old show, David the Gnome. Everybody remember that? Ended horribly, traumatizing, yada yada. The head articulation is going to be kind of flustered by not only the back of the hair, but the front of his beard. So you can kind of get some articulation there, kind of up and down. Then you've got some butterflies with the bicep. You can get his arms going all the way up, off to the side. Double jointed elbows, a little bit better than Rue's, we'll say that. But he does have pins. That's the only thing. But again, at $10, who we kidding? A lot of people, it's really funny to me. They'll go, man, I wish these were bigger type figures. Or, man, I wish that they gave us more options. Sometimes toys can just be toys at a low price. Enough with all the collector's jargon, everything else. These are cool. For $10, I ain't complaining. The dude's got thigh. He's got double jointed knees. He's got feet and peg holes and everything else. He does everything you'd expect a Gillius Thunderhead to do. He can even hold the axe with two hands, even though one of the hands is an open hand. But he holds that axe well. It's a big old broad axe. And you can get to slicing and dicing your enemies all day long. Yes, I would love to see more characters from each of these video games. But for now, and kind of how they've been staggering the releases, it's fun. As long as you can come across them. Because let's be honest, these have been a pain to really get. So, that being said, let's move on to Shinobi. Revenge of Shinobi. With the sword, the Oborozuki sword. We'll just go with that, sure. It's got a gray blade. It's got a little gold, black handle, little gold tip at the end. Heck yeah, there you go. That's a nice looking sword. Hopefully he can hold it well, right? With Joe Musashi here, he's largely going to be an all-white figure. He's got some red accents, little silver. He's got a sheath for that sword. It's very cool. This, if I'm being honest, out of the four of these, he's my favorite, because he's just a really cool ninja character, so I totally dig that. He's got some great paint for the eyes. He's got some red highlights and whatnot. Again, pretty much the same articulation scheme for all of these characters. Butterflies, bicep, thigh, everything you can really think about. He can even get his arms going all the way back so he can do that whole Naruto run, right? If I'm saying that correctly. We'll say the Shinobi run, right? We'll just call it that for now. But he's got some double jointed elbows, which, yeah, sure, that totally works. Plenty of rotation in the wrists. That's also nice to see. Again, to really nail it home, for the price point of what Jakks can do for $10, I mean, this is a win-win situation. No, for what these characters are, this is perfect for me. $10, you get an old school character that, let's be honest, nobody was asking for. So when people go, oh man, I wish these were more loaded up with extra hands and heads and everything else, you're not going to buy them. If at $10, you're still complaining, let's be honest, you're not going to be buying these. But one of the coolest articulation points on this is his little scarf part of his outfit that you can just kind of move around and have him run and jumping and attacking his enemies with the sword. Speaking of which, the sword goes right in the sheath. No problemos whatsoever. No paint scuffage either. He can reach back, pull out the sword, holds the sword beautifully, gets that one extended arm out, pointing at his enemies. This is great. I absolutely love this. So again, out of the four, yes, Joe Musashi is my favorite, but just because Shinobi, that was such a classic game. Revenge of Shinobi, all of that. Heck yeah, grab yourself a Joe Musashi. And then finally, last but not least, we have the Were Dragon. Again, classic character from Altered Beast. Rise from your grave with this electrical effect. It seemingly works just as if you go to the dentist and they tell you to bite down when they're taking x-rays. It's simple. It's perfect. It totally works. I'll show you that in just a second. With the Were Dragon, he's pretty much the tallest out of the four. He's got some great articulation. He's got some great scaly texture and paint and everything else. Really emphasizes the Were Dragon. He's got some painted toenails, the back claw. He's got a segmented tail that moves up and down with the giant wings. Kind of has a fin fang foom thing going on. The wings will move up, down, and they will move out to simulate some flapping wing action. Just go easy on him at first. They were a little stuck on mine, but the wings don't really make him back heavy, and at least you have the tail to stabilize him. So again, well thought out. You got plenty of head articulation. It's segmented, so you got the neck to the head. The jaw doesn't open and close, but the mouth is open just enough so where you can bite down on that electrical effect and really have that going for you. Really emphasizes the video game nature that Jakks Pacific really excels in, from their Super Marios to Sonic the Hedgehogs to now their All-Star Sega series. And yes, they just re-upped their contract with Sega, so as they've said at prior conventions, WonderCon, San Diego Comic-Con, they have a lot more characters for their Sega All-Stars line coming, so get ready for that. He's got some ab crunch, goes back, actually kind of goes back a little bit more than I thought. That's nice. He's got some thigh swivel, which a little stuck on that side, but this side, there you go. You can see that. He does have double jointed knees, and then he's got some feet, which you can angle and get him standing up super tall. So again, that all works, and I totally dig that because that just makes it fun where you can have him crouching down, standing upright. You name it, you got it, and they got it going on with this Were Dragon. And like I said, with the electrical effect, it simply just fits into his mouth. There you go. It's perfect. It brings to life the character. You're doing all the video game action that you remember, or some of you remember. If you have never played Altered Beast, you gotta play it. Even with the console heroes, they did an Altered Beast Sega Genesis console compact. It's just a great time to be an action figure collector for old school games. Again, I like the tail, although I will tell you this, because of the spikes and everything else, you kind of want to keep it all in one go. But yeah, you can move it around at your leisure, keep them stabilized. But again, knockout, 4 awesome figures. And if you were wondering, how do all the All-Stars look together, from Super Monkey Ball to the other Altered Beasts and Streets of Rage? Heck yeah, all of these go together beautifully. And I know, again, a lot of people have been saying, I wish these were 6-inch. I wish these were larger and they had more parts and pieces. This is all this needs to be. You go to the store, you get a $10 figure. It's a fun toy with great articulation, all the accessories you could ask for. Yeah, this is all I want for this type of line. If you were wondering, how do they scale with, say, 6-inch Marvel Legends figures? These will clock in, depending on the character, of 2.5-inch to 3-inch, all the way up to 5-inch. So 5-inch is at the top of what these are going for. So it's along the lines of their Super Marios, their Simpsons, World of Nintendo figures from the past, like Star Fox, as you see here. So if you have a video game setup and you don't want to spend a lot of money, that's the best part, is that these are accessible to everyone. So kids can have them. They can learn about old school video games. Adults can grab them. That's what the fun is. It doesn't have to be super expensive all the time. So that's going to wrap it up for my quick look at 4 brand new-ish, been out for a little bit, but it took a while to get them. This is the, we'll say, second and third wave of the Jakks Pacific Sega All-Stars line. Joe Musashi, Gillius Thunderhead, the Were Dragon, and of course, Rue. Solid all across the board. Paint, articulation, bringing to life the video game-ness of each of these characters. Heck yeah, I can't beat it for the price point. So you have heard my thoughts, and now I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Sega All-Stars. Which characters would you like them to make next? We'll talk about it down in the comments, and until the next one, I will leave you guys with that. Adios.